입영을 하게 됩니다. 그래서 군입대 전 마지막 라이브가 될 것 같고요. 오늘 그냥 뭐 이제 비영이랑 남준이 형 보내주고 저도 와서 밥도 맛있게 먹고 할 것도 하고 마음의 준비도 좀 하고 조금 잠을 좀 자기는 해야 또 내일 가서 집중해서 잘 할 수 있기 때문에 있을 거라. 여러분 사랑합니다. 더 단단해져서 돌아올게요. 안녕. 잘 있어요.
이게 진짜 열심히 뭔가 준비했는데
정국이랑 Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray.
제가 가는 곳이 이게 기사가 났더라고요.
네.
그래서 정말
맞습니다.
아미분들이 정말 걱정을 되게 많이 하시고
네.
되게 막 엄청 걱정을 많이 하셨는데
네.
솔직히 저는 좀 그냥 한번 부딪히고 싶어서 가는 거니까, 그리고 저의 목표도 있다 보니까 걱정 크게 하지 말아 주셨으면 좋겠고, 저도 부딪히지만 살릴 땐 살릴 줄 압니다. 그러니까 건강하게 안 다치게 하고 오겠습니다.
그래, 할 수 있을 만큼만 딱.
저만 믿으십시오.
그래.
Late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray. All I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror. So foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight. Gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray. All I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray. All I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, everyday, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray. All I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's fact. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
바로 단장 최정예 훈련병 제27교육연대 이병 김태형 이하 내용은 같습니다.